Welcome back for some Baldur's Gate 3 news. In today's video, we're going to be talking about character creation, the new early access release date, romance, you're going to want to stick around for that, the player's camp, playing with friends on other platforms, and more. There's really so much to talk about today. But first, thank you to Kevin, Joe, and Brian for becoming patrons of the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. If you end up enjoying this video, please subscribe for much more Baldur's Gate 3 content on the way. Links to my Twitter and my Discord server will be below. Let's get into the news. Let's start off talking a little bit about character creation, for we got to see some new updated scenes, and Larian also shared with us exactly how we're going to be choosing our character's ability scores. The interface for character creation obviously got a very nice overhaul from before, and we got to see an elf, tiefling, and a halfling. If you look here, you can see you choose a race on the top right. Below that, you choose your sub-race depending on your race. Below that, for the high elf specifically, you get to choose a cantrip. And below that are all of the racial features that come with your racial choice. The racial features have also been updated, for before there were some missing features. Over here on the left, you can see the results of your ability score choices, and below that are all of your character's proficiencies. On the top, you can see the other tabs for origin, appearance, class, skills, and abilities. I think this all looks very appealing to the eye, and I know many of you will be spending more time in character creation than actually playing the game. So while on the topic of character creation, let's talk about how you'll be choosing your character's ability scores. In early access, everyone will be using the point buy system to determine the stats of your character. However, Larian has told us that they are aware that many people enjoy rolling for stats, so it seems like at some point, either later in early access or on official launch, you will have more options than just the point buy system. For those of you who do not know what the point buy system is, it's a method to determine your character's ability scores in character creation by allowing some player customization. You get to build a character with a set of ability scores that you choose individually. For this method, you will have 27 points to spend, but you have to use the ability score point cost chart to basically buy points. For example, if you're playing a ranger and you don't care at all about the charisma ability, giving your ranger an 8 ability score in charisma will cost 0 points out of the 27 that you have. 8 will likely be the minimum that you can have in any given ability, and if you leave any abilities at 8, they will likely be your dump stats, the ones that don't matter much to your character. As a ranger though, you'll likely want to have a high dexterity ability score. So looking at the chart, you see that you can get a 15 in dexterity at the cost of 9 points out of the 27. So basically you buy your points. Some people might go with 15, 15, 15 in their 3 most important ability scores, which uses up the 27 points right there and leaves the other 3 abilities all at 8. Others might spread them out a little and do a more standard array of 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8, which also equals 27 when using the chart. I won't get too much into this, for this is a news video. Now on to the delayed early access release date, which is now October 6th. I know this upsets people, and I understand, because when you're really excited about something and it gets pushed back, it's never fun. However, it is only a week later, no one has paid any money yet for this game, and as always, it's important to remember that this is early access and not the official launch of the game, so give them a break. Overall, it seems like most people do understand, which you should, because the world of game development, especially with such a massive complex project as Baldur's Gate 3, and I emphasize massive and complex, it's filled with hurdles and the unexpected, so things like this are bound to happen. This is why Larian is so hesitant about even giving us an idea as to the official release date of the game. They are committed to making the game fit the vision that they have, and it seems like they're not willing to cut the corners when things don't go as planned. Now on to relationships and romance, but I'm going to try to keep this fairly quick because this might be a video on its own in the future. Relationships, good or bad, will play a major part in your Baldur's Gate 3 experience. Everything you do, all of the conversations that you have, will all have an impact on those around you, just like they would in real life. Even the actions that you take when not engaged in a one-on-one dialogue with a party member might still have a serious effect on that party member. The AI behind your party members is watching you and reacting to you. For example, you might get trigger happy and kill a little cute owlbear. Well, you might find yourself with a dagger to your throat later that night from the druid that you just recruited. Or maybe you steal from a merchant, and later that day the mysterious rogue in your party approaches you and pats you on the back and you guys become best friends. Everything matters in this game, and the small moments that you thought were insignificant might prove to be the opposite. Build relationships with your party members and earn their trust, or just kill them. On the topic of relationships, what about romance? Yes, it will definitely be in the game. You might share a bottle of wine under the stars, and before you know it, it turns into the dirt you've ever seen, and you might even be able to and have with her. But seriously, things are going to get spicy for those of you who wish to venture down this path. And with that said, I'll no longer be streaming early access. I decided I would like to keep it private. I'm kidding, but seriously, what the hell is this concept art? I mean, I'm all for choices and romance, but are you trying to make me feel like crap in real life, Larian? All joking aside, Larian is not playing around with the romance, and I'm down with it. It'll be interesting to see how my halfling makes love to my dragonborn companion. If this stuff makes you uncomfortable or you just don't want it in a video game, I can guarantee that you don't have to engage in any of this if you don't want to. You can keep your relationships as friends and keep it more G-rated. So how about multiplayer between buyers who purchased Baldur's Gate 3 through Steam, GOG, or Google Stadia? This is a great question, for I know many people who don't have gaming PCs that will in fact be using Google Stadia. But will this separate them from friends who have gaming PCs? No, it actually won't. Larian has said that direct connect is possible between platforms, which includes Steam and GOG, but all players must be on the same patch number. Larian also said that during the first few weeks of early access, this might not always work as planned, for there might be some minor version discrepancies between the platforms. Overall, this is great news. Just don't expect everything to be dead perfect during the start of EA. Speaking of purchasing the game, when early access launches, if you want to participate, you will be paying full price for the game, which will be $60 US. But when the official game launches, you of course will not have to buy it again. Just make sure to buy early access on the platform that you plan on playing the official game on. Feet or meters? Feet or meters? Hey John, feet or meters? How about both? Baldur's Gate 3 will offer you a toggle to switch between imperial and metric units. Always great to have options. However, if you choose the metric system, your playthrough will be inherently evil. Of course, that's a joke. Let's not get into arguments over measurements. I know it doesn't make sense why the USA has always got to be different, but Larian apparently loves us all. Next topic. So what is the player's camp, and what is all this camp talk about? Well, it seems like there's actually a lot more to it than we know, and of course, Larian is not going to tell us everything. However, we do know that the player's camp will play a very important role in the game. This is where your party will rest and recover. And for those of you who are new to D&D, resting, in this case doing a long rest at your camp, is crucial at times, for you regain all of your HP and you regain some hit dice, which are the dice you spend during short rests to get some quick healing in while out adventuring. You also regain your spell slots after a long rest if you're a spellcaster. Spell slots are kind of like a limited mana pool that you'll draw from to cast spells. And when they run out, you'll have to get them back, which is mainly done by performing a long rest at your camp. In Baldur's Gate 3, your camp is also where you'll be able to reap the benefits of leveling up. For example, if you get to level 3 while you're out adventuring, when you go back to your camp, that is when you'll get to choose new spells or choose a subclass for classes that get that choice at level 3, etc. Special dialogue between your companions will also be an important thing that goes on at your camp, and this will really help you build relationships. Relationships are a very important part of this game, good or bad ones, and they will have a major effect on your playthrough. Also at your camp, you'll find NPCs. Some are staying there temporarily, while others might be on a more lengthy stay. Some of these NPCs will offer services, while others will have more of a narrative focus. Larian also mentioned that at the start of your adventure, your recruited companions will be at your camp when not in the adventuring party, and they can be swapped in and out of your party in the camp itself. However, after Act 1 of the game, that is when you're going to have to make more of a commitment to your choices of who you want in your party. The camp is going to be a lot of fun, especially when playing multiplayer with friends and just going there and chilling and talking about your day's adventures. Don't forget that you can also have animal companions at your camp, such as an owlbear cub. And these aren't just going to be stupid AI animal companions, but instead they're going to have their own interactive elements. And if you have the wrong combination of animal companions at your camp, they might just eat each other. The last thing I'll talk about is that Baldur's Gate 3 is a new story, a new adventure with new characters. If you have not played Dungeons & Dragons before, if you haven't played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, or haven't read any books involving the D&D universe, you got nothing to worry about. In fact, I think it will be just as exciting, if not more, if you fall into this category. There's a ton of lore in this world, and experiencing it all for the first time is going to be an amazing experience. For D&D veterans, it's going to be a lot of fun seeing things that you recognize, and it'll be amazing to really understand the world, its gods, and its history. However, the main focus of the game, your personal story, is going to be very unique, and most of us will likely discover many new things. In fact, I can guarantee it. I really think it's going to be great for players of all backgrounds. And that'll be it for today's news video. It's already 1:45 in the morning right now, and I still have to edit this video and also be up at 6:30 for my real job. Jobs. But hopefully that will come to an end soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from live streams to game reviews to game tutorials to product reviews and much more. I'd love to have some of you guys back for a future video. Be on the lookout for some live streams when early access starts. Until next time.